Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing? I hope we are good. Guitar and squizzed, quiet. How's everyone doing? Hopefully you're all doing well. Hopefully you're all doing better than me. Now that you don't know that you don't have luck. You have luck, it's just not necessarily good luck. Everybody has luck of some description. Yeah, I can relate quiet. I'm feeling incredibly out of it today. So today's stream may be incredibly short. I know I say this a lot, but today's stream may be incredibly short. Um I feel very out of it today. There's absolutely zero clarity in my thoughts whatsoever at the minute. I kind of feel as though I'm drunk, but I haven't drank since like January. So yeah, we'll see how today goes. But it might be a very short day. And to add some more context to this, uh, and for anyone who knows me will know how odd this is. I've been asleep almost constantly since about 6 o'clock yesterday evening. So, which is why today's stream's a little late. I woke up at around about like 5 minutes to 3 or something like that. It was broken sleep, and the what's worse is I don't feel like I've slept at all. I still feel just as tired. I don't know if this is down to the medication. I that's the only thing I can put it down to. But I wouldn't have thought it would affect me this much this quickly from a kind of one very small dose of it. I did get old, and that's the only thing that makes sense that's caused this. But I wouldn't have thought it would affect me this much this quickly. So we'll see. But I don't there's literally like no clarity to my thoughts at the moment whatsoever. So trying to do stuff with Greg Tech might be a bad idea. We'll see how it goes though. Right. We got all of our stuff done for Nuclear Craft last stream, although I'm still not happy with this. This is not burning through TBU fuel anywhere near quickly enough. And since the TBU fuel is kind of the start of the source of our berkelium, which is the one thing that we are very short on at the moment. We've only got like this much berkelium. We need this to be faster, basically. So what I might end up doing is using that other one, that other reactor over here to burn more TBU fuel, and then send the output over to here. We're not going to do that today, though. Hey, Wolfie. To be honest, Quiet, I'm not overly happy about the way the visit with the doctors went yesterday. I'm sorry I didn't reply yesterday, by the way. I wasn't feeling that great yesterday. I'd meant to reply to you, Quiet, and I just forgot. So I do apologize. But yeah, the trip to the doctor didn't go quite as well as to be fair, it went about as well as I expected it to. Anyway, right. Skulk chargers. Right, interestingly enough, Skulk itself functions great as a biobattery. Being able to store and quickly release mass amounts of energy, the Skulk charger should be able to get you started in taking advantage of it. It is automated in a similar fashion to auto crafting tables. Every Skulk charger comes with 3 recipe slots in the top right corner. To configure a recipe, the crafting grid must be filled with the recipe you wish to automate and then saved to the table by shift left clicking one of these recipe slots. Saved recipes must be then be selected with a left click to indicate that the recipe should be crafted. Only one recipe can be selected at a time. Lastly, place a regular barrel atop the Skulk, atop of the table. The Skulk charger cannot be inserted to and can only pull items from an inventory. At this point, you can put ingredients in the inventory and supply RF power to both the Skulk charger and the Skulk pylon nearby to begin automated charging. The charger and pylons themselves have extreme energy throughput, so the Skulk charger can charge up to 1 Skulk core per tick. I appreciate it, Ivana. Thank you. Right, so this is the first plan. Actually, I think the first thing we need to do, because in order to do what we need to do, which is basically get these sculk cores, we need sculk catalysts. We currently don't have any. We've got nothing sculk related whatsoever. All right, no worries, quiet. Why is there no minions to do, like in Hypixel Skybox, do the work for you? Because Minecraft is about the best I can say with that. Anyway, like Skull Catalyst, I think what we're going to do, at least for the time being, is we're going to set up another another 4 Warden data models and use those for Skulk Catalysts, which we'll grab one of these for. By the way, there will be a lot of mistakes made today, so just bear with me. Right, so Skulk Catalysts. Where's my thing? Oh, there it is. I've now got storage. The thing is, though, they're generally not for me, though. That's the thing. Squeezed. I'm usually quite good at what I do, but today, like I say, there's no clarity whatsoever. And I guarantee you it will annoy me. Hey, Celestial. How you doing? All right. Have we got any Warden ones up at the top of here? We haven't, have we? Good. Okay. Right, I do need 3 more simulation chambers. MC mood. Always good. What kind of MC are you planning on playing? Okay. I can't remember what I did with all of this now. All that set up already. That one's set up. I don't think I need to change anything with those. I think I just need to change this. None of these are taking Warden predictions, right? No. Okay, good. No. I'm still surprised that isn't getting an input. Oh, I think I know why it's not. Right, so it's yellow and 3 of those. Do a gorgeous statue of an angel made in MC with shaders. Look fucking wow. Nice. I'm assuming that's your inspiration at the moment then. Right. So So this needs to be 4 skull catalysts. And we say we'll keep up to like 16,000 of these. We might need to do more of these, honestly. You also got which mod is that backpack mod that is in every curse mod pack? Are you talking about the sophisticated backpacks? Is that what you're referring to? We need more of these as well, the Warden Tendrils. We need those in order to make Cryolobus. Yeah, sophisticated backpacks is the usual one that's used in most packs. I know, it was very rude of them, right, Guitar of them? Now we just got to wait until we get a Warden data. Actually, come to think of it, I'm going to do 2 more simulation chambers on the Warden Tendrils as well. Because we could really do with more Warden Tendrils. All right. 2 more of those. I don't remember if it is or not. It's been a long time since I've played it. I don't think so, though. Darkosto has a habit of trying to use a lot of the lesser known mods rather than just the more popular ones. So there's a good chance it is probably not in there. I'm not certain, though. Did I change this to stop at 1,000 of these things for some stupid reason? Okay, I've made this very awkward. Oh, I did. No wonder it's only got 1,000 of those. That explains it. Okay, perfect. Still no Warden predictions, though. Ah, there we go. I'll steal that one. That works. And we'll do that for Skull Catalyst. I mentioned you use the Gravel Rock Filtrator on StarTech. It finally came back to bite you in the ass. In what sense? There we go. Skull Catalysts. There we go. Okay. We should at least have our first one now. Let's do what we need in order to... Oh, I've got the large fractionating distillery in there. Oh, that was for making when we were doing the distillation tower for distilled water, wasn't it? Oh, right. Okay. Looks boring, at least for you. I'll be honest, for me, most of the Sky Factory packs past like 2.5 have been pretty boring. 3 wasn't awful, but... 3 wasn't awful, but 4 and 5, kind of meh. 5 had an interesting idea at the start. In fact, both 4 and 5 were interesting at the start, but not so much afterwards. All right, so Do these work basically like the Ender crafters, where the more pylons you have, the faster they go? Because there's actually there doesn't seem like there's anything mentioned about that. Like, so it just wants you to make one charger and one pylon, but is it the more pylons you have, the faster it goes? Is it essentially a reskinning of that crafting, or is it something completely different? Well, you collect colors and then you use those in various ways to make the resources you want. It's like it's a different method of resource generation. All right. Okay, we haven't got recipes for a whole bunch of stuff here. That's not what I wanted to make a recipe for. That's not the right thing. Right, so how many of these do we need? 4 plus 3 for each of the chargers. I'm just going to make the one charger for now. Why would it say cancer? No, it does not say cancer. So 10 Cryolobus plate, double Cryolobus plates. Wait, hang on, do we need them for these as well? I'm guessing so. 20 double Cryolobus plates. Or 18 more. Joe, Rasanan, how you guys doing? There we go. And then we need 4 Cryolobus casings, which it does not look like I've got a recipe for yet. Oh, would you stop fucking doing that? I'm assuming that these Cryolobus casings are done on circuit 6. Do we need them for the... Yeah, we need 2 for that, and we need 4 for that. So we need 6 of these. Hey, at least you got it, though. Asnan. That's the main thing. Right, and we need 7 LUV circuits. And then we need the LUV charger, which I have one down here, but I want to keep that one. We don't need an LUV charger for these, so if we just make what we need for one of these... Oh. Hey, it actually worked.
The other part to your BL4 fund.
I have no idea what that was. Hold on. What the fuck? Quiet. Was that you? I didn't even realize there was a Borderlands 4 fund. What? Quiet, thank you so much. That is far too kind of you. I yeah, what? I'm so confused right now. Now is not the time to be doing things that confuse me. I'm already confused enough. Take my Steam page. There's nothing showing up on Steam. Where am I looking on Steam? No, thank you. Quiet, thank you so much. I'm just confused. That's all. I'm really, really struggling today. I don't know what's going on. I'm so confused. Oh, but Quiet, thank you so much. What? Why, Quiet? Why? You don't need to do this. Spend the money on yourself. Get yourself something nice. I'm seeing nothing on Steam though, which is concerning. I care about you, Quiet. I don't know what's going on. But Quiet, thank you so much either way. That was incredibly kind of you. Yeah, we all care about Quiet. It's quite awesome. Okay. Right, I need 2 LUV sensors. Do I have LUV sensors? I got ZPM sensors, so I'm assuming so. I've closed Steam down and reopened it, and there's still nothing. I don't know where it would show up at the moment, and now's not the time to try and figure it out either. Oh, I just used up all my LUV circuits that I made, didn't I? Whoops. That I need 7. Yeah, when I say I'm feeling out of it, like I really mean I'm feeling out of it today. I do feel like I'm drunk at the moment. This might end up being an incredibly long, short stream. I'm getting frustrated with myself now as well. Oh, Jesus. The doctor did say that things would get worse before they got better with these meds. He was not lying. Right, hang on, let's just turn that one into a universal circuit. The thing is, I wouldn't have thought it would have. It literally, it was almost instant. Things like this, like they don't tend to affect you, at least for a few days, in my experience. Not that I've had a lot of experience recently, in fairness, but but no, I already missed yesterday's stream. I don't want to miss another one. I want to make some progress, but it's possible that I'm going to make things worse at the minute rather than making them better. No, they didn't. This is the lowest dose of a fairly, what I'm assuming is a fairly standard antidepressant. It's nothing strong. So it should not be affecting me to the extent that it is. No, Quiet. It's called, was it metazapine? It's literally just something it's an anti-anxiety and depression thing. Yeah, mirtazapine. There we go. We've got the Sculpt Pylon and Sculpt Charger. Let's just put these down for a second and see what it looks like. We're not going to be able to do anything with it yet, I don't think. Okay, so they just take power. For right now... If we just put these down somewhere, I have no idea where. It doesn't really matter where. Yeah, honestly, I'm annoyed that the thing that annoyed me the most yesterday was the fact that it basically they do what the doctors did what they do every time, and the big problem I had yesterday was that I've got several decades worth of problems that I have never dealt with. And I have to go into the doctors and try and explain those and condense all of that down into 10 minutes. Or less than 10 minutes, really. And all the doctor seems to ever want to do when you go in there is just give you antidepressants and send you on and get you out the door. And that's not, I don't think that's what I need. Like, I want to actually deal with the problem, not just mask it with antidepressants. And there was no acknowledgement of that. And it basically, the way that it went is just pretty much exactly as I expected it would. Right, I don't know how I'm going to power these. The thing that made me really realize though that they don't really listen to you is that for anyone who's been here for a while, I've got to go back in 2 weeks. They've given me 2 weeks worth of these tablets. If they continue to have the effect they're having now, I want to stop taking them straight away because I know it's going to get worse before it gets better. But this is fucking horrible. I don't feel right at all at the moment. But yeah, the thing that made me realize that they don't really listen to you is that I literally within a minute or so just got done saying how erratic my sleep is and how my sleep, it can be one night I'll be falling asleep at like a normal, say midnight, then the next night I'll end up falling asleep at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, then the next night I'll be falling asleep at like 5 o'clock in the morning, and it will just be all over the place. And then within a few minutes, they basically said to me, take one of these tablets and just before you go to bed at night. Like, I literally just got done saying how fucked up my sleep is. I don't go to bed at night every night. It changes constantly. There's like no acknowledgement of that fact at all that I'd mentioned that. It was just kind of essentially just seemed to be going off a script and not paying any attention. No, they didn't explain anything. Quite. They've got 10 minutes. They haven't got time to. It's ridiculous. I've got I've got another appointment booked for 2 weeks, Erwin, so yeah, we get 10 minutes. That's it, quiet. That's all we have. So unless you have the simplest problem in the world, then you're fucked. It's okay if you're going in with like a common, like a cold, or you've got a like a relatively simple thing that the doctor can just get like say, "All right, you need this, this, and this." But if it's something mental health related, where there's a lot more to it than just a simple, "I'll give them pills and pass them on again," then kind of send them on their way. It's not enough time, and I don't know if there's anywhere else we can go that will allow me more time. And I think that's what I need, Rock God, but I don't know how to go about something like that. And I certainly don't have the money to pay for something like that privately. So holy shit, Bubble, really? Is this like a regular doctor you have, or was this like do you see like different doctors all the time? Because that's hot, that's awful. That especially when they're late themselves. It's not we don't really have like health insurance and things like that over here, Rock God. There's either NHS or you go privately, which costs a fortune. At least that's my understanding. Yeah, I would absolutely file a complaint. That's is genuinely ridiculous. I'm angry on your behalf for that. Right, have I got an IV converter? I don't know if this will help or not. I don't know exactly how this is going to work. So this is going to be interesting to find out. I would love, honestly, Rogod, I think that is the biggest thing that I need is somebody just to be able to talk to and to talk through these things and figure out what's going on. I think that's like I think more than anything that would probably help me. But I wouldn't know how to go about that. Like just somebody that will actually talk to me and listen to me. Because doctors over here don't. They'll take one look at you, briefly listen to what you've said, which, as we've already said, you get like 10 minutes you have 10 minutes to explain, and then they'll decide based on that, which is not enough time. You say only charge £30 an hour. Chloe, that's 2 weeks of food for me. £30 is 2 weeks of food for me. I can't afford that. I would love to be able to, but I can't. I am in the UK. That's framing hammer. That's not what we need. Where's my soft hammer? There we go. Now they've got a little bit of... One of them's got a little bit of power. There we go. Can't... unfortunately, no, Hyena, I can't. Where's my next appointment? I've got it on... I've written it down in like 3 or 4 places so I don't forget. They also... The doctor weirdly also sent me to go and get blood tests done. I'm not sure why. They've never done that in the past, but I've got to get blood tests done on 26th, and the next doctor's appointment is the 29th. So I'm just gonna have to wait and see. I'm not overly confident in anything with these doctors, as I've mentioned before. Can we literally not put anything? Oh, we can manually put things into here. I don't know if you have this type of service in the UK, or there are online services where you can do face-to-face conversation. The problem, the big, one of the other problems I have, Rock God, is that is getting myself to do it, finding the motivation and the kind of just the mental ability to do these things is difficult for me. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking about this now. It's not something I should be talking about on stream. In fact, just give me a second. I'll be right back. Everybody, just bear with me.